Hey everyone, this is Matt. In today's video I'm going to be talking about rock drumming. I'm going to be using a jam track from jonhallMusic. It's a YouTube channel. You should check it out. It's got some great jam tracks for drums. They're just loops, but it's a good practice tool. And yeah, this one's a rock track, hard rock track, but to me it has more of a southern rock flavor. But it's still a good track. You can have a lot of fun with it. But we're just going to kind of take a quick listen to the track, and I'll kind of go through each part and kind of give you some ideas on what to play. For the most part, this is pretty straight ahead, but it's got a little break in it, and that allows you to. It's got a little lead in, a little lick that the guitarist does, and a track like this allows you to sort of work on fills to match up the drum fill with the guitar part. And it sounds really cool. You can really experiment with a lot of different combinations of fills and really make it sound good. So let's just give the track a listen real quick, and I'll just kind of talk through the track, and then I'll play with the track and sort of give you some ideas on how I would approach a track like this. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so let's give the track a listen. Let me just start the song. So this is the main riff. Just sort of does that a few times. So just a straight ahead rock pattern. Snare on 2 and 4. Okay. And then there's right here, it's what I call would call a B section, I guess, another little section. Then it goes back to the main riff for a couple of more times. There's a third section right here, and then a break. 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then just goes back to the main riff again. Alright, so there's 3 distinct parts. So for the main riff, like I said, straight ahead rock pattern, snare on 2 and 4. And for the B section, you have the option of keeping your snare on 2 and 4. But if you notice, the guitarist is sort of accenting on eighth notes. So you can choose to, play your snare on, quarter notes. So you can choose to make your snare, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, as opposed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. During that section, that would sound okay. If you want to mix it up, you maybe throw that in there. And then for the break, there's the break 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Alright, so the guitarist comes in on and 2, and 3, and 4, and. He plays a little lick there. So if you want to come up with a drum pattern that fits, I think it would sound great, sort of matching up drums with the guitar. I've always loved to do that, kind of Dream Theater, Dregs, they tend to do that a lot. They tend to match the drums with the guitar and the bass. It just sounds so much more musical, and of course it sounds like there's a lot more going on instead of just throwing some random fill in there. Okay, so let me just start this track again, and I'll just play along with it, and just watch what I do as far as fills and just sort of mixing up the drum, the actual groove to sort of fit the song, and hopefully you can get some ideas on approaching a track like this. Alright, so let me just get some volume on the amplifier and spin myself around. Alright, here we go. And one more thing, since there's no metronome for this, there's no count off, I'm just going to use the first couple of measures as a lead in. too many times that, you know, it's just a loop. But yeah, just want to give you some ideas on sort of mixing up different parts and adding in fills that sort of match that little guitar lick. You know, various patterns of N2, N3, N4, N1. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty straight ahead track. You know, you can't do too much with that track without ruining it. You know, you can certainly play whatever you want, but you have to play what fits and what sounds good. All right, but that's a good one to experiment with. And yeah, thank you once again, John Hall, for making these great tracks. These are a lot of fun to, you know, sort of play around with and experiment with. So yeah, hopefully this will give you some ideas on approaching a track like this, a very kind of southern rock track. And if you have any questions, just fire away in the comment box. I'll be happy to answer them. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.